Got your travel plans all set? Imagine this. You're gliding into the airport, coffee in one hand, your boarding pass in the other. You're already dreaming of that window seat view. But then, sorry, this ID isn't valid. Your stomach drops. Yeah, that could happen in 2025, but it doesn't have to. Stick with me, and you'll get everything you need. ID updates, new travel rules, and some smart tips most travelers overlook. By the end of this, you'll be that calm, collected traveler everyone wishes they were. Real ID. Let's talk about something that could mess up your trip. Starting May 7th, 2025, if your driver's license doesn't have that little star in the corner, security won't even let you near the gate. I know, you're probably thinking, wait, what star? Exactly, and here's the thing. Every state is already issuing real IDs, but not everyone's made the switch. The real hassle starts when you're scrambling at the DMV, flipping through old papers to prove you exist because you waited too long. But here's a tip. If dealing with all that sounds like a headache, just use your passport. No extra forms, no DMV lines. Plus, if a spontaneous trip to Paris sounds better than your usual weekend plans, you're already set. Thinking of getting the real ID anyway? Smart move. Just a heads up, you might want to make an appointment at the DMV because wait times can be a bit long. Oh, and don't forget to check if your state has any specific document requirements. The takeaway? Don't be that person panicking at 5 a.m. because their ID didn't make the cut. Get it sorted now, and you'll be the one calmly enjoying coffee while everyone else scrambles. All right, here's some news that might just make renewing your passport a little less painful, or at least more convenient. The State Department's online passport renewal system is live. But don't get too excited just yet. There are a few hoops to jump through. First, your current passport has to be one that was issued when you were age 16 or older and issued within the last 9 to 15 years, which usually means you're over 25. It also has to be in good shape. No water damage or mystery stains from that beach trip. And yes, you need to live in the US for this. Got a diplomatic or official passport? Sorry, this process isn't for you. Now about that photo, you still need a serious, professional one. No selfies, no quirky backgrounds. Just you, a plain white backdrop, and your best, I'm ready to travel look. Oh, and skip the glasses and hats unless they're absolutely necessary for medical reasons. It's all about keeping things simple and clear for the system. Here's the kicker. Once you hit submit, your old passport is officially useless. So if you got a trip coming up soon, maybe hold off. Processing takes 10 to 13 weeks. No express lane, no fast pass. But at least the entire process is secure, and you can track your application online instead of waiting and wondering. Bottom line, plan ahead, have your documents ready, and you'll avoid the nightmare of standing at the post office pleading with the clerk to check one more time. Future you will thank you when you're boarding your next flight hassle-free. Planning that dream European getaway? Well, here's something you need to know before packing your bags. Starting in 2025, American travelers will need an ETIAS authorization, a fancy way of saying permission slip, to enter most European countries. This is specifically for U.S. citizens, so if you're rocking that American passport, listen up. But if you already have a visa or residence permit for Europe, you're good to go. No need for the extra paperwork. And yes, it'll set you back $7.50, but the good news? It's valid for 3 whole years. Now, this isn't just for flights. Even if you're hopping on a cruise, train, or bus to cross borders, you'll still need it. The ETIAS covers 27 EU countries, plus Iceland, Norway, and Switzerland. Basically, the scenic spots you've probably pinned on your travel map. But heads up, this doesn't include the UK. How long can you stay? You're allowed up to 90 days within any 180-day period. So, if you're planning a long, leisurely European adventure, you'll need to keep track of your days. Here's an important tip. When filling out your ETIAS application, double-check your passport details. A typo can mean delays or, worse, a rejection. The system runs an automatic background check, so approvals usually only take a few minutes, but if anything looks suspicious, it could take up to 14 days. Trust me, you don't want to find out last minute that your trip to Paris has been put on hold. Also, don't wait until after booking your tickets to apply. Get your ETIAS sorted first to avoid any hiccups. Bottom line, add this to your pre-trip checklist, and you'll breeze through European borders like a pro. Future you, enjoying croissants in Paris or gelato in Florence, will We'll be glad you did. Let's talk about one of the most annoying parts of airport security, the liquid rule. You know the drill. Everything in tiny bottles, shoved into a clear plastic bag. For a while, we thought the EU was finally going to lift that 100 milliliter limit, but nope. Plans changed after some scanner issues, so the rule stays. Here's the deal. Every liquid container still needs to be 100 milliliters or less, and they all have to fit neatly into one clear, resealable plastic bag. And yes, you'll need to pull that bag out and place it separately in the security bin. Don't be the person holding up the line while digging through your carry-on. If you're traveling with medication or baby formula, make sure to bring the original packaging and a doctor's note to make things smooth. And heads up, airport rules can vary. Some airports might be stricter than others, so it's always smart to check ahead before you pack. For those of you hopping between international flights, good news. Some connecting flights don't require a second security. Check if the airports follow the same security standards, like when you're flying through Dublin. But double check your route, just in case. Looking for a smart travel hack? Swap out liquids for solid options like shampoo bars and lotion sticks. They're a lifesaver when you're trying to save space and skip the extra hassle. Nothing can derail a trip faster than getting hit with unexpected baggage fees at the gate. And when it comes to European airlines, things can get complicated. Each airline seems to have its own rules. Some allow bags up to 22 inches, others cap it at 21. And budget airlines? They're notorious for having the strictest limits. So what's the safest bet? Stick to a carry-on around 21 by 14 by 9 inches. It's the safe zone that works for most airlines. Flying with family? We all know how stressful that can be, especially when you're trying to keep everyone together on a packed plane. But here's some good news. Airlines now have to seat kids under 13 with at least one accompanying adult at no extra charge, even if you booked basic economy. Let's talk about something we all dread: flight delays and missing luggage. Nothing can ruin a trip faster than standing at the baggage carousel, watching everyone else grab their bags while you're left empty-handed. But here's the good news. Airlines are now required to step up their refund game. Security upgrades. Just hearing those words can make you picture long queues and that awkward scramble to pull out your laptop, liquids, and whatever else they ask for. But here's some exciting news. Las Vegas Airport is rolling out a self-service security system with 3D scanners. What's so great about that? You can leave your laptop in your bag and breeze right through. So, are you ready to take on the travel world in 2025? With these new rules and a little bit of planning, you'll be a travel pro in no time. What are your travel plans for the year? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, safe travels.